I added a pop of color this morning. Can you tell?
There we go.
Carrots,
I like it.
I stumped you, didn't I?
Yes,
Sorry.
you did stump me. I was looking at your lipstick and your eye.
I've been looking forward to this all morning long, the apron included. Executive and personal chef Tammy Brawley serves up one of her signature creations featuring pan-seared pork tenderloin. It is great to see you again.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
There's always magic in this corner of the studio when you're here.
I love it, and nothing like a good smell to come into. So.
It's true.
Well, good. Well, you know, you guys, you've had me down here for a couple of years, and I love to cook and everything. You know that. Focus of my business lately has been personal chef work. I actually deliver meals to clients in the Richmond area. So you could come home to a nice meal such as this that didn't come out of the side of a building, out of a window there, and all you would simply do is warm that up. So it certainly saves you convenience and time and things like that, and it's always going to be fresh and delicious. But what I'm going to start with is what I consider to be the holy trinity of cooking, and that is olive oil, salt, and pepper.
Okay.
I've got a trimmed pork tenderloin here. We're just going to rub a little olive oil all over it.
Looks good.
Okay.
You know, here's where I get a little confused, Tammy. You got to straighten this up for me.
I'll try.
I've heard like of not drying the meat, but you know, I use a paper towel, get it dry to kind of like sear it, but then I'm putting olive oil on it and...
Yeah, to be honest, it's not something I do.
Okay.
I don't dry it. Now, I will say that there is a benefit to doing letting it sit at room temperature, to not bring a completely cold piece of meat to a hot pan. It can tend to stick sometimes. So that is one thing I would do. I wouldn't necessarily dry it though.
Okay.
So you're going to get it nice and coated pork tenderloin. You're going to have a nice pan waiting for you there, a nice hot pan, and we're just going to put it in. And pork tenderloin is is the tenderest part of the animal. And if you think about it, it really doesn't take a whole lot of time. It's about 5 minutes per side. Now, I know it's not a square or anything like that, but after about 5 minutes, you turn it. Another 5 minutes, you turn it, and keep going and keep going. And after about 20 minutes, it's done.
Okay.
It's about 145 degrees, and it comes out nice and pink. You can see this piece right here. Absolutely perfect. I love pork. It's probably one of my favorite meats, if not my favorite to work with. And then what I like to do with vegetables, I love to do a couple different things, and that's why I chose 2 different techniques this morning.
One question before we advance. You know, you said it's pink. That's good. A lot of folks are looking at that right now going, that's not done, Tammy.
Well, a lot of people do feel that way, and I kind of, I like to tell people that some pigs in this country are more well cared for than some of our people. Pigs are very well cared for. Pork typically is about 145 degrees to about a medium rare. So if you want it more done, that's fine. That's up to you. You can certainly leave it in the pan longer. You could cut these pieces as I have done and sear them off more in the pan. It's really up to you, but this is typically the temperature that I like to cook it in. And you can do different things with this. You know, if you wanted to create a nice pan sauce, you could do a reduced pomegranate juice if you wanted to, something along those lines. But as I said at the beginning there, this is like the holy trinity of what chefs use, and that's salt, fresh ground pepper, kosher salt, and then olive oil. And it's as simple as we get. And I used these same 3 ingredients on the vegetables also. Okay. I took whole carrots and I cut them in half, and I coat them in olive oil, salt, and pepper, and then I grill them either on my outside grill or a grill pan on the inside. Okay. I love doing carrots this way. They pick up a nice, delicious sweetness.
I've never done this, but I will now.
Carrots have a natural sugar to them, and there's actually some Italian sauces that are started with carrots in the bottom of the pan because it brings out the natural sugars. And then I take broccoli. This is my favorite way to do broccoli. Yep. I take broccoli and trim off the florets, and olive oil, salt, and pepper once again. 425 degree oven or so for about 10 minutes. They pick up a nice little brown caramelization. The only thing that I would do, add to this at the end when it comes out of the oven, I love doing this, is I love to zest a little bit of lemon juice over the lemon zest, excuse me, over the broccoli. Okay, just a little microplaner action and if you smell that nice fresh lemon, and it's a nice little, nice fresh flavor, and then just a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And that's it for that. So we have grilled carrots, we have pan-seared pork tenderloin, and we have roasted broccoli. And, you know, you can imagine coming home from work after a long day. You've picked little Johnny up from school. You've got to go to a sporting event, and then you've got to go home and do homework, and then bath time. And where's your quality time to sit and have dinner? And
as simple and as easy as you have made this seem, it still requires time to make it yourself. So you're packaging these up. Now you may be thinking, all right, so I get home, like that looks delightful, but I kind of want to make it my own spin. You just put it on and...
Yep, and I would take the cardboard lid off, wrap it in a little foil, maybe in a 350 degree oven for about 5 or 10 minutes, or pull out your portions, put them on a plate. But it's great to be able to come home and have something that's already done for you.
Yes, it is. Yes,
pull it right out of the packaging and put it on the plate. And then I'm able to serve my family a delicious, nutritious meal and still have the quality time. and I have
so
not spent the
good.
time at the grocery store, the time it takes to plan the meal, the time it takes to cook the meal.
Because you know what I do? You end up at the end of the day, you're like, oh, I got to go grocery shopping. I have no time.
Exactly.
Then you're hungry, and then dinner doesn't look anything like that. Tammy, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Jessica.
So great to have you here. Look who is wandering into the kitchen now that the smell has hit the crowd.
We are what you eat, so I want some more.
So good.
Well, then, if I am what I eat, then I am what you would call a pig. Definitely, guys. This is delicious. I would love for y'all to try
Thanks so
it.
much for joining us today, everyone.
Thank
I
you.
hope to see you tomorrow again for more Virginia This Morning.